What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Politically Diamond, coming to you live on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. So, listen, we got to get into this because Melania Trump is somewhere snatching her little hair, the little hairpin or weave the white women wear. Yeah, she's somewhere snatching that out. Because, honey, it is going down. Tips are leaking, information is coming out, and I am here to talk about it. So, let's get into this. So, we know that the other day, Melania Trump, just out the blue, had this press conference, and she was saying that she didn't have any connection to Epstein, and somebody was lying on her and things like this. So people was like, well, what is Melania talking about? Like, we haven't even been talking about Epstein like that because we have been distracted on purpose. All right. We have been distracted with the war. It's just so many distractions. It all started with Charlie Kirk, and then from there it's just been a distraction after distraction. So at one point everybody was talking about Epstein files, and then the war started. So we was off the Epstein files. Then Melania did her whole spiel, and it came out that they say Donald Trump didn't know that she was going to do it, the press conference, which I don't know if I believe that, because the Donald knows everything. I have even seen video of one of the people that worked with Donald Trump, and she's like, listen, I don't know how Donald does it, but he knows everything. And it's like when he gets you by yourself or he gets you somewhere where y'all ain't on TV, he brings it up and things like that in meetings and stuff. All right. So I don't believe that Donald did not know that Melania was going to do this. All right. So after Melania did it, everybody was like, okay, what was she doing this for? And earlier, I reported that it's a lady coming out that knew Melania from back in the day, that met Melania through Epstein, and she was married to somebody that says he hooked Donald Trump and Melania up. He say he was the matchmaker because she said Epstein did not hook her up with Donald. But in the files, they say that the first time Melania and Donald had sex was on a Lolita Express, and that's Epstein's jet. Okay, they say Donald kept going in the bathroom, in and out the bathroom. So if you know, you know, Donald was probably in there hitting the line and hitting Melania all at the same time. All right. So the guy that says he hooked Melania and Trump up start going with this young model. She was 17 when she came over here, and she wound up marrying him, and they had a son, but they had a rocky relationship, so they broke up one time. And he says that Trump helped get them back together. So he was friends with Trump. He was happy, giving Trump accolades, thanking him for getting him back with the girl. So they still had problems going after that. And when she broke up with him, he went and put in that her visa was like expired or something. So they deported her back to Brazil. Okay. This is the guy that so-called hooked Melania and Trump up. They deported his girl his ex back to Brazil. But their child, their son, they have one son, he's still with the dad. So right now, the ex-wife is online going ham talking about Melania. She says she is going to make it her mission to let the whole world know about Melania and her PDF file husband. All right. So that started coming out. Now today was coming out. It's a guy, Michael. Let me get this name right. I believe it's Michael Wolf. Michael Wolf. Okay. Michael Wolf. Now he's like this big person and journalist. He writes for these big time news publications and things like that. And he has a history of doing books about Donald Trump. So he wrote a book like Donald Trump's first term. He followed Donald Trump around and recorded him, and then he wrote a book about it, and then he kept writing more books about Donald Trump. So I guess as he followed Donald Trump around and learned more stuff, he started seeing and hearing the bad things. So he wrote a book. Let me give you some information on him. So Michael Wolff, all right, he wrote. So he started out. His first book was from it was a documentary. All right, it was called Rewriting Trump. Um, it was about Donald Trump's return to the White House and things like that. Um, so the last book was Fire and Fury. That was in 2018. It was called Fire and Fury Inside the Trump White House. It included unflattering descriptions of behavior by Donald Trump, chaotic interactions among the White House senior staff, and like derogatory comments about the Trump family by the former White House chief of staff. That he also accused Trump of having an affair with one of the ladies from like the Congress or whatever. Let's see. Oh no, it's a bigger lady. He accused Trump of having an affair with a lady named Nikki Haley. She's the United States ambassador to the United Nations. So this guy Michael Wolff wrote a few books about Donald, and they were not nice books, all right? And he accused Donald Trump of having an affair, and Melania didn't want to accept it, even though Melania know what her husband does or whatever. So Melania, when he released his book, Melania wanted to sue him for $1 billion. She put out a $1 billion lawsuit against him, and he had to drop what he was doing. So he's now created a GoFundMe and a crowdfunding, and he's suing Melania. It's something called the SLAPP Act for journalists. Is stopping them from it's something stopping them having the freedom of speech, and he's going forward with it. Now, being that he's going forward with this lawsuit, they're trying to serve Melania, but they're having problems serving Melania with the lawsuit because she has Secret Service, she has staff around her, different things like that. So they're having problems serving her. But he's going forward with it now. Being that he's suing her, she's going to have to do, discovery and depositions and things, and that's going to cause them to have evidence come out. That he's going to have to prove that she knew Epstein. She's going to have to prove that she did not know Epstein. But he says he has hundreds of hours of audio of Epstein, admitting that he know her and talking about Trump and stuff.